Hey everybody, the full moon in Virgo clocks in at 7 a.m.-ish, Saturday, February 24th. What does this mean for you? We will discuss the astrology and we'll pull some tarot cards for each sign, so keep watching. Alright, so if you skip the astrology part, that's fine. Just know, if you go right to the tarot reading, please watch for your rising sign first and then your sun sign. Reason being is that I will break this reading out by houses, and houses are determined by your rising sign. So the full moon is happening at 5 degrees Virgo. You definitely want to check and see if you have any major energies, planets, placements there at 5 degrees Virgo. You may also want to see if you have any significant placements at 5 degrees Pisces, since of course this full moon is activating those degrees. So Mercury will be at 2 degrees Pisces, so fairly close in an opposition to the moon. We have Saturn at 9 degrees Pisces, again, fairly close to an opposition to the moon, the full moon in Virgo. And we have Jupiter at 10 degrees of Taurus in a close enough supportive trine. So what does all this mean? Virgo moons are all about the details. They often get caught up in the nitty-gritty, but hey, somebody's got to do it. They sometimes worry themselves when there's not a need to worry because they're hyper-focused on one particular detail. Okay, but Virgo moons also are very service-oriented. They're very helpful. They mean well, and it's a very loving, kind, and generous energy. They are often their own worst enemy because they can be super critical and hard on themselves. Every sign has a little something going on, but they can also be sometimes critical of others also. So that is something to keep an eye on at this full moon. Your own tendency to judge, your own tendency to take to heart somebody judging you, especially because Mercury will be in Pisces. Now, Mercury in Pisces sometimes likes to bend the truth a little bit. Okay, so really take everything with a grain of salt at this full moon and consider the source of whoever's saying whatever to you. You know, full moons bring illuminations, they bring revelations, they bring intel that's been hidden for a while. So the devil's in the details. There can be something that comes out of the woodwork that you need to know and can be important, and that's great. But again, just run it through your processes of discernment to make sure the truth isn't being bent a little bit with Mercury in Pisces. Now, sometimes, yes, full moons can feel heavy. We can feel more tired. We often don't get as much sleep. I know I don't usually sleep very well at a full moon. And because we have Saturn, which is heavy energy, opposite, although it's not an exact opposition, but it's opposite the full moon, just know you may feel a little more tired at this full moon. Okay, be easy on yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Respect your boundaries, respect other people's boundaries, know your limits so that you don't end up into crank monster mode at this full moon. And with Jupiter and Taurus in this supportive trine, I feel like what that is saying is stay grounded, stay balanced, right? Get all the facts that you need. Don't go just impulsively flying off the handle because of, you know, some little tiny thing that erupted. If something erupts, right? Just chill, take the high road, so to speak. Jupiter is very much about spirituality and, learning from lessons and things like that. And Taurus, it can be about having a little bit of a thick skin also, especially if somebody says something to you that is out of line. I would suggest not falling into the trap of, getting, like I said, hypercritical on yourself or hypercritical back to that person who's saying something. Now, of course, that's just one way of looking at the energy, and that may not even happen in your world, and that would be fine, right? But Saturn in Pisces, I feel, is really showing us where we need to get real with our dreams, making them happen. And with the full moon in Virgo, which is about our well-being, it rules the 6th house in the astrological wheel. This is a good time to check in with your emotions, especially in terms of your dreams and your well-being of your dreams. Are you having time to fulfill them? Are you able to invest in them? What's going on with your commitments to yourself and the dreams that you want to have manifest, And what about your commitments to your own emotional and mental well-being? This is something else also to be looking at this full moon, especially with Saturn in Pisces. And because it's on the axis of service, service Virgo and sacrifice Pisces, right? This full moon can really show you where boundaries have been busted, where you need to shore them up, where they're working, not working, with the Saturn in the Pisces opposite the full moon. Okay, so that's another thing to take a look at. If that fits your situation. As I always say, apply the energies to your life. It's a great time to check in with your emotional commitments and if they are supporting your well-being or not. All right, so we're going to break this reading out by houses, as I said before. So watch for your rising sign first. We'll get right into it. I just want to say a very quick thank you to everybody who was praying for Ariel, sending good wishes for Ariel. She just made an appearance. Now she's over there. She may pop back in, but she had major dental surgery about a week ago now, and she's pulling through. She's doing good. So we thank you so much for all your kindnesses and your well wishes for her recovery. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries. So this full moon in Virgo is in your 6th house of work and well-being. So let's see what we have going on for you. Aries. Full moon message for the Aries people. She's feeling better if she's sitting front and center. Right? All right, let's see what we got for the Aries peoples. Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Empress, wow, and the 9 of Wands. Okay. So I think it's very possible that something gets presented to you in terms of a work opportunity. It's going to be a lot of work, though. I'm just going to tell you that right up front, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And you're up for it. I think there's something here that's very exciting about it. And it really could improve your finances, especially in about 9 months with the Empress and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so again, full moon in 6th house, work and well-being. We have a Knight of Cups. This could be a job interview, some sort of important meeting, tete-a-tete, goodwill conversation, etc. It may be with a group of people because we have the 3 of Coins next to it. So this could be getting assigned to head up a new team, planning for a future project if you're currently working, something like that. I mean, you could also be just starting your own project if you're self-employed. I mean, it can be something like that also. But this is making plans for something that is going to be very satisfactory and that you'll put your personal stamp of creativity on, because this is your Leo energy, your 5th house of creativity with the Strength card. And you should be feeling pretty okay about this opportunity with the Strength and Fortitude energy showing up here. Like your heart is really excited about whatever this new possibility is that you're getting wind of at this full moon. And also because this is our Taurus energy and Jupiter's in Taurus still, and that is your 2nd house of money, this is an opportunity that could grow into other opportunities and also lead to more finances for you in a significant way, because it's the Empress that is showing up here. But here's the 9 of Wands. So this is going to be intense for about 9 months again. So something that comes to light. I mean, it could also just take us into September, Virgo season. That's another way to look at the timing of this, because what we get wind of at this full moon, we'll check in with it also at the new moon in Virgo in 6 months' time. So depending on what you got going on, this could be a 6 month or a 9 month scenario that's percolating here for you, Aries. But I feel like some sort of good news that warms your heart is coming on in. And people that you're involved with whatever this situation is, they think very highly of you. This Knight of Cups and this Three of Coins. And I love this energy for you. I love it. Okay. Everybody's pulling together, even with the Empress. This is number three. It's like you're coming together with probably, like I said, other people, or it could be 3 different projects you're working on, possible. But you're coming together with a little group, and you guys are going to be creating something of great value, not just financially, but also emotionally. Like, you're going to be very proud of whatever you start to undertake with the information that comes in at this full moon. All right, Taurus. So this full moon is happening in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, the house of entrepreneur, the house of luck and pleasure. Okay. So let's see what you need to know about this. If you're wondering about a relationship and where it's heading, you should know. Should get some very clear indications at this full moon in Virgo. Can also be a creative project is getting wrapped up, or a stage of a creative project. All right, let's see what we got, Taurus, for you. We have the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, Hermit, 8 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. I can't end on a 2 of Swords. And the Justice. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so we have some Virgo energy showing up in this reading for you. This 5 of Pentacles, the 5 Earth energy, is your 5th house, Virgo. Okay. And then we have the Virgo with the Hermit that's showing up over here. Interesting, we have the Justice card, Libra, because we have a full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse in Libra a month after this full moon in Virgo. So I think that there may be an important timing connected with this full moon, also with what's going on at the end of March. So around March 24th, 25th, also for you. I think we have some sort of, I feel like you're going back and forth. You have second thoughts here. This Knight of Swords and then the 5 of Coins. Like, you almost are ready to do something and then you pull back from it because you're unsure. This 5 of Coins. Your confidence may not be totally there yet. The financing could maybe not be totally there yet. There's something that's just not quite there. And you're kind of waiting for the sign, the Hermit. You're waiting for the spiritual guidance because there's something that's just still not clicked yet. Okay, but it's coming. The click is coming. Okay, we have this 8 of Wands. So there's going to be some sort of piece of information. It could be multiple pieces of information with the 8 here. That is going to come blazing, like blazing hot arrows into your world. So 8 of Wands is like this, very, very fast. And it's passionately fueled and fired energy. So I feel like the universe is going to give you a very clear sign, probably multiple signs, since it's the 8 of Wands here. There may also be a very important message coming to your home, because this is our Leo, that is your 4th house. It may be related to something about the home. It's possible. But I feel like there's an important message, information, sign, symbol having to do with that appears around your home or in your home. Okay, so piece of mail that comes, knock on the door. I mean, whatever. There's something. Okay, but that leaves you again in a 2 of Swords moment of, okay, I'm still a little uncertain. This has been a very interesting theme that has been coming out in the readings for you. I do feel with this Justice, you are absolutely going to make this decision once and for all with finality at that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra at the end of March. It's okay to take your time with this. It's so interesting to me when messages and energies repeat, because it is really telling us something to pay attention to. And I think it's important for you to go through whatever emotional process you are going through to finally reach the just and fair decision for yourself with whatever you have going on. Okay, so those of you contemplating a divorce, a breakup, because again, we're talking about the 5th house here, getting out of some other type of legal contract, leaving a job, leaving a business partnership, whatever. You're trying to disentangle yourself and move along. It is a process. You will get there. Don't beat yourself up over this. Okay, that it's taking as long as it takes. The universe has a way of working with timing that we are sometimes not privy to. And we have to just trust. Okay, but I like that the justice is coming after this 2 of Swords. There's still one little piece that you have to reconcile within yourself to make this final break decision, final, like, I'm done here. And you will get there. Gemini, this full moon in Virgo is happening in your 4th house of home, family, roots, the foundation of your life. So this could be very interesting. Let's see. Because it is the 4th house. And it's opposite your 10th house, of course, Pisces, of career. So there could be some tensions between, or discussions even between family obligations and work obligations, and trying to balance the 2 scenarios. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you, Gemini. We have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Wands. I'm getting in my ear best laid plans. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles. There's our Virgo. There's the 5 of Pentacles. And an Ace of Wands. Okay. So you got to figure out whatever this is that's going on. There may be a little maneuvering of finances is what I am feeling. Okay, I just don't want Ariel to lay on things. Okay. I feel like with this thing here, this 3 of Coins, you do have a plan. You do have an agenda of something you want to accomplish vis-a-vis your home and family, whatever that might be. But there's something that is held up with it, with this 2 of Wands here. There's a crossroads. We're not able to move forward yet with whatever this plan is that you have. This could be something you want to remodel, you want to move, you want a roommate, whatever's going on. You want to get rid of a roommate, whatever it is, right? Okay, but we're at this crossroads. We cannot execute on the plan quite yet. That's why I think I was hearing best laid plans, right? The plans are good, but the timing, there's something about the timing of this. And I think it has to do with the finances. The 9 of Pentacles is in your heart. So, but then we have the 5 right after it. So there can be something here where you may need about another month to gather your financial resources for whatever this home situation is. Family foundational situation, or, you know, just the foundation of your finances. There could be something that comes in at this Virgo full moon that you think it can't happen. There's a holdup with money, or the money is less, or you think the money is going to be less, but that could be a miscommunication because we have the Ace of Wands after it. So I feel like whatever this 5 of Coins is representing, it will be cleared up by the start of Aries season on March 20th. Okay? So I would say if there is an important decision that you are trying to do, don't force your agenda. Wait for the right timing. Like I said, the plan is good. You feel confident in your heart, but then the reality is something's not there yet with the 5 of Coins. Probably, like I said, financial. If you wait another month, right, there can be, okay, finally the income tax refund comes in and it's actually more than what we were told it was going to be. Right? Or, oh, the car didn't need that repair after all. And so we can move ahead with something else we want to be doing in our lives for ourselves. Okay, so I feel like it's a little bit of one step forward, two steps back with some sort of home scenario. This would be a good time to get quotes for things if you're trying to redo something around the home, or you're trying to, find a new place to live. Get the quotes. See what the best deals are out there. Depending on where you live, like see what rent specials are happening. Try to play a little hardball and get more of a deal if you can. That type of thing. And you will come out the other side with the yes from the universe for whatever this is. Okay, so I think this full moon in Virgo is showing you that if you're patient, this is our Virgo right here. If you are patient, you will achieve your desired end, and it'll pay off for you more financially than if you rush. I think if you rush, you're going to end up in a 5 of coins scenario. So just chillax is what I feel. Cancer, this Virgo full moon is happening in your 3rd house of writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, siblings, transportation. Let's see what we got for you, Cancers, with this Virgo full moon. All right, let's see what we got. Cancers. We have a 4 of Swords. And we have the Justice. Something has been on your mind. 100%. That 4 of Swords. Hangman. There's our Pisces. Ariel sitting on everything. Okay. The 4 of Wands. And the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I think this Virgo full moon is going to communicate to you something about your home, 4 of Wands, and also your family finances. Okay, because that's what these two energies represent. So there could be crucial conversations that you need to have, perhaps with a partner, whether business or personal, the Justice here. And Justice, this Libra, is your 4th house of home also. Okay, so interesting. But the Hangman in your heart is like, you have kept something to yourself about your goals and desires for where you're living, how you're living, and who you're living with. You have not communicated it yet. I think this Virgo full moon is going to help you unburden your heart when it comes to, even this 4 of Wands, our Aries, our North Node energy, kind of like your overall life direction, where you see yourself headed. It's your 10th house of career, of course, but it's also your 10th house of the public. We got the 10 showing up here also. So there may be something percolating between, where you're living, how you're living, what needs to be communicated, and some career goals you have, or if you have a partner, what they have, and how do you kind of reconcile the two things. But with the 4 of Swords that's here, like, you've been going to bed with things on your mind. Okay? And it has to do with fairness, justice, and balance, I think, in probably who you're living with. Okay, now it can also be fairness and balance with a landlord or the rent you're paying or, something like that. Right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody, your partner, but it could be. Okay. This may also have to do with the fairness that you are or are not receiving from an employer. That is also possible since we have 10th house stuff being activated over here. So you've been trying to be patient with the perspective in your heart, the Hangman. But something is weighing heavy on your heart. Saturn is in the house of Pisces here. So it is time, I think, for you to open your heart. Now, this may just have to be a conversation with yourself also. Right? If you are single and living alone, you need to have a conversation with yourself that maybe you've been avoiding about changes that would be to your benefit for the long term that you may need to make. With probably your home situation. I mean, let's not forget also that the South Node is going through Libra, which can bring eliminations, endings, results, finality, karmic wrap-ups, etc. in the house that it is transiting. So you could have been avoiding having a conversation, third house Virgo, a detailed conversation in terms of, I got to admit to myself, you know what? I can't afford this house anymore. It's too much for me. I'm only one person living here. My kids are grown and like, this is ridiculous. Like, what am I doing? I would be so much happier, Four of Wands, if I were living in a place where there were more people I could socialize with, Four of Wands. Maybe there are more job opportunities, Ten of Pentacles. I could see myself retiring there, Ten of Pentacles. It can be that type of thing also going on for you. So I think the important thing here is, again, Virgo full moon, bringing out the emotional details that maybe we've been avoiding. And for you to have that important conversation with yourself or someone close to you, once and for all, to make some sort of important decision for your long-term growth and future and your future happiness. I mean, a Four of Wands and a Ten of Pentacles is a great energy here. But we have this going on first. This is what you really want. But how do we get there? That is the issue. And what is needed is a decision and a conversation that leads to that decision. Leos, this Virgo full moon is happening in your second house of Show Me the Monies. Also your house of self-worth, self-esteem, and values. So let's see what we got going on for you. We have, of course, Saturn in your 8th house of other people's money. Big money deals. Mercury in the house of other people's money. So there could be some very interesting details and conversations about financial obligations and commitments regarding other people's resources. Maybe even something to do with your taxes. Of course, it is tax time here in the United States. So it could be something like that. Could be some sort of refinancing discussion, creditor, debt discussion, consolidations, things of that nature, paying off things, seeing where you stand financially, like really looking at your books, not just ignoring them, but really looking at the details, seeing where you stand financially and getting your financial house in order, especially with Saturn going through that 8th house of yours. And Jupiter in your 10th house of career. If you have a job, how are you using that money? Are you setting aside money for long-term investments? Are you taking advantage if your company has a matching 401k or something else? Again, not financial advice, but whatever your company offers other people's resources, are you taking advantage of everything that you possibly can? This may be a good time to re-examine that and ask yourself those questions and find out with the full moon in Virgo. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Leos, we have the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles and a 6 of Cups and a King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to read this a couple different ways, but my goodness, look at this beautiful stuff going on here. I think that this, we got the Virgo showing up here, Ace of Coins, King of Coins. I think this Virgo full moon is really going to illuminate exactly what you want out of your financial commitments. And that includes commitments, financial obligations and commitments you share with other people in terms of a partner, because the 6 of Cups is showing up here. Now, this is not anything negative. There's nothing negative in this reading. There could be, though, something here where with the 7 of Cups, which can be fantasy land, I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. There may need to be an important heart-to-heart convo, Ace of Cups, just a sharing of feelings with your significant other about, yes, where are we directing our financial energies? Is this equitable? Or is somebody in fantasy land about the budget, what they're contributing? Okay, so especially if you've been shouldering more of the financial burden in a partnership, it may be time to kind of say, you know what? I got to speak my mind here. I deserve better. Again, second house is self-esteem. I deserve better. Like, I need to, I need to have this conversation and not just think 7 of Cups, it's going to magically fix itself, because this person does care about me. Ace of Cups, right? It's not like they don't, but, and 6 of Cups over here, but, let's be real. Okay, so there could be something like that going on. Because this is also about your values and self-worth, there may be also something to just, with this full moon, 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups here, be a little gentle with yourself. If you are currently not achieving your financial goals, do not allow this Virgo full moon as an opportunity. Do not take the Virgo full moon as an opportunity to beat yourself up. Okay? No, that is not a good use of the energies. Be gentle with yourself, but also be practical and say, you know what? I'm going to get myself, back on track. I needed to kind of take care of myself here. I've got to kind of Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups, be gentle with myself. Nurture myself, get myself together, and then I'm going to get back out there. Ace of Coins. Like, I know that I can achieve my financial goals. And I do feel with this 6 of Cups here that there is a new dream being born as an adult, because can be childhood dreams, that you are about to take action on when it comes to earning your money. Okay, with this King of Pentacles showing up here. This may be happening in Taurus season. We have this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your 10th house of career. So with this Ace of Coins, this is really, the next couple of months is a really good time for you to start looking for new financial opportunities, Leo. Especially those that nurture your dreams that you have had for a long time. 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups. This may have something to do with self-employment because of the aces that are showing up, which for me are about the self. Okay, but to know that you are worth more, that you are worth being able to achieve the highest, King of Coins, financial potential, that's possible. Okay, so you may also see in about 6 weeks, there could be a major turning point that's going on with this energy. There could be a new job coming in. Maybe you decide to finally start your own business. But this Virgo full moon is really going to show you, maybe some of you are at a crossroads. It's going to show you I'm at this crossroads and I need to decide between myself and what I need to grow and feel good and feel successful versus what the world expects of me, or even what my partner may expect of me. Okay, so there could just, depending on your personal situation, there's all sorts of possibilities with this energy. But I really want to emphasize to you not to beat yourself up. Okay, be gentle with yourself at this full moon, especially like I said in the prologue of this video, because we have such, the heavy Saturn opposite this full moon, etc. It can be a time of hyper, criticisms and stuff. So just be gentle with yourself, okay? And the right opportunity is on its way. Just keep going. Just keep going and have faith in yourself. Virgo, it's your personal full moon. Are you ready for it? I hope you are, because it promises to be quite exciting for you. There could be some very interesting new commitment heading your way. Business or personal. News may be coming of that with Mercury also in the 7th house for you, Saturn in your 7th house. And then we have Jupiter and Uranus in the house of the big picture perspective of your life. So you could really see the writing on the wall, so to speak, of some new directions, new people, new partnerships, new business agreements, personal agreements, things really starting to pop for you. So let's see what we have going on. Virgos. Virgos. Okay. See what we have. Oh, we have the 10 of Pentacles. That's nice. Ooh, and the Chariot. Wow, the Wheel. The 8 of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. You know, every change brings a little bit of nostalgia. It arouses a little bit of nostalgia in us. Even when we have good things happening, but there is a change, there can always be a little poignancy. And that's what I feel is going on here at this full moon. A little tenderness. If anybody knows the general public song, Little Tenderness, let me know in the comments. Let's see who my 80s music fans are. Okay, getting back to your reading. We have an 8 of Cups here. Do not worry about this 8 of Cups. This is simply, you're going to be going on to another goal in your life, okay? Something is coming in so fast, this epiphany, this realization, this opportunity, and this is going to help you for your long-term future growth with this 10 of Pentacles. It may have something to do with real estate. It may have something to do with investments, group finances, a raise, a promotion with the Chariot here and the Wheel. You are going to feel, though, that all of a sudden life got dialed up 10 notches. The speed of your life and the speed of light in your life has gotten cranked to the max with these two fast energies of the Chariot and the Wheel that you're like, oh my God, like I got to catch my breath, but you're not going to probably get a chance to. Ace of Swords, cutting through a lot of red tape, a lot of delays, a lot of shenanigans, and boom, everything is aligned. Your mind is razor sharp with accepting this new path, this opportunity. Your heart is like feeling optimistic again with this Wheel. Okay, but something is being left behind. That's what I'm saying. There's a poignancy here. Now, it could be, depending on what you got going on in your life, it could be you leave behind colleagues you love working for because you're going to a new job, right? It could be you're leaving behind a neighborhood you really liked because you're moving to a bigger, better apartment somewhere else, right? It's like those types of things. Okay, but it's nothing major to worry about. 8 of Cups can also be, I see the mountains of a new goal in the distance and I'm heading toward that because my work is done here. I'm going toward the new thing. So this is fantastic energy, Virgo. The spotlight is going to be on you big and bright. There is a fork in the road for your long-term future success, especially financially with the 10 of Pentacles. And what choice are you going to make, right? Do not turn down a good opportunity because you are afraid, 8 of Cups, or you feel you are not ready. You are ready. The wheel is in your heart. Get your mind set straight. Get your head set on straight. I think that's the saying, right? You've got this. So I think this is really important because, as I said in the intro to this video, with this hypercritical Saturn, Virgo full moon, and then the Saturn, the heaviness opposite it, and then Mercury in Pisces, which can be a little, like I said, fantasy land and telling Fibonacci's. You don't want to be telling yourself stories about your own capabilities that are not true. You are very capable of moving along to this next exciting thing. And it's exciting. I mean, the Chariot, there could be an important travel involved, especially for business with the 10 of Coins here. Okay, this is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And it can really be this, whatever comes to light at this full moon, it really can start ushering in the next yearly cycle for you with the 10 here. We got 2 10s in this reading. The next yearly cycle, even the ace, if we look at it that way, of success and a new path forward. So buckle up, Buttercup, because it's going to get very interesting. All right, Libras, you have a full moon in your 12th house of the subconscious, things hidden behind the scenes, house of undoing, sacrifices, etc. Let's see what you need to know. I feel like this can be a good time for you to clear the slate, clear the cobwebs. There could be that you are releasing some entrenched bad habits at this full moon, especially with the South Node going through your sign. Let's let's see what we have for you, Libras. Of course, we have Saturn in your 6th house of work and well-being. So this Virgo full moon may be really showing you where you are doing a good job of taking care of yourself or where you're not doing a good job of taking care of yourself, and you're kind of falling back into old critical patterns, or, sabotaging yourself. I mean, 12th house can be the house of self-sabotage also. Sabotaging your well-being in some way. All right, let's see. Oops. Cards are falling all over. All right, Libras. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we have the 9 of Swords. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Whoops. We have the Ace of Cups. This was next. The Devil. And then we have the 10 of Cups. Okay. There is likely to be some sort of help around you with the 10 of Cups here. Okay. It could be a support group. It could be a family group. It could be some roommates that you're living with that, really do care about you. The question here, I think, is really putting yourself first. We have the Ace of Cups in your heart. You want an emotional fresh start. But the past is still holding on to you in some way with this Devil card here. Okay, this is the 4th house. It's associated with Saturn, the Devil card. It's associated with Capricorn, which is your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation of your life. You've had Pluto going through that house since 2008, but he's not in there right now. He's left. He will come back in the fall for one final fling, okay, in that house. But he is now in your 5th house. Okay, so you can't blame Pluto anymore, okay, of whatever's going on in the foundation of your life. Okay. So what I feel here is that it's time for you to really choose yourself and choose the support that is around you to help you break loose and break free from something that is a bad habit, is entrenched, that pulls you back into the abyss in some way. I mean, this could be about your mental health. It's very possible because of the 9 of Swords here and this also the Devil energy. So it could be some sort of situation that you're in process of healing and shifting in your life, but it just sometimes gets a little overwhelming. That is the nature of our healing journey, right? It can happen that way. You have the 7 of Coins here, which is time to take stock and assessment of your progress and where you're at. You may not be giving yourself enough credit either of your progress. And I would also encourage you, remember, this is a general reading. I don't know you personally, Libra, but I would encourage you to look at the glass as half full and not half empty. And perhaps give yourself more credit than you are currently giving yourself credit for the healing that you have been doing. Okay, you could still perhaps get sucked back into trauma and thinking that things are worse than they really are with the 9 of Swords. It's possible. But you could, if you look at it more rationally with the Pentacles, if you made a pro-con list, you would see, well, actually, you know what? I did all these positive things for myself. I am doing better than maybe I'm really thinking I'm doing. So I think that this full moon in Virgo is really going to give you that insight into your healing journey is what I am feeling, whether it's mental health, emotional health, physical health, whatever the 6th house is here representing for you. But I would say also, like, it's really important for you to choose yourself, Ace of Cups, and not keep giving your power away to some sort of toxic relationship, addictive behavior, and that there is help and support around you if you go out and seek it. But you could also have been keeping your situation very private to yourself, and that's okay too. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to share it with everybody. You share it with the right people when you feel like you want to. Okay, but this can even be, like I said before, 10 of Cups can be a support group as well. Who, people who understand the situation that you are going through. I will also say as well that it is important for you to work on your sleep hygiene, because this can be, yes, I am not sleeping well. You may you may be doing things with the Seven of Coins that, you're still trying to solve problems before you're going to sleep at night. You're still like on the computer. You're on the laptop in bed, like type thing. That's unhealthy. So any sort of, healthy things that you can do with your sleep hygiene, turning off devices, all of that type of thing. I mean, Virgo energy is about the healing and the health and all of that. Okay, so give yourself more credit. Be gentle with yourself, okay, with this full moon, with this Ace of Cups in your heart. And know that whatever this devil is representing, I mean, the devil's coming out here. It's a significant thing that's probably been around for a while. But also know that it is in the process of healing. You are healing it. And give yourself a little more credit than perhaps you are currently doing. Scorpio, we have this full moon in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams, personal gains, networks, etc. Let's see what we need to know for you. Scorpio. This full moon in Virgo for the Scorpios. Oops. All right, let's see what we got. There you are, Queen of Cups. Three of Cups, liking that. The moon in your heart. The world, my goodness. And the Ten of Cups. I shuffled, Libra just got that. My goodness. Well, this is quite exciting here, Scorpio. So something that you were doubting would happen is going to happen. If you have been catastrophizing and thinking the worst is going to happen, I don't think that's the case from these energies here. Of course, it is a general reading, but you have been very emotionally invested. Your energy's coming out here with this Queen of Cups, very emotionally invested in some sort of scenario, moon, that you had doubts about. Now, this could be something related to your home. It's possible because moon represents home, but we're talking about your 11th house. So this could also maybe have something to do with a female friendship, female acquaintances or connections, or something that you do in connection with mothers and female energy because of the moon and 11th house, which is networks, etc. But this also can just be something that you have wanted very badly, a wish, a dream, 11th house, that would bring enormous personal satisfaction and gains to your life. But as I said, moon can be doubts. I was doubting it was ever going to happen. News is coming on in at this full moon. It's in your heart. And the news is good. The waiting is over. We have two cards of celebration. The Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Ultimate personal happiness here. Ten of Cups. Doesn't matter if it's families or whatever. Could be something related to family, sure. Absolutely. But I just look at it as the ultimate personal happiness because not everybody has a family. Three of Cups, joy, celebration, like the woohoo moment. And the World, which is another card of extreme success and is an energy that has you on the card as well in the regular tarot, the Eagle, the highest vibration of the Scorpio energy. So, wow. Well, maybe the Phoenix is the highest vibration. I think it goes Scorpio, Eagle, and then Phoenix. Okay. Well, in any case, all right. So something this may have something to do with your worldly success in some way. Some sort of invitation to perform, invitation to connect with people that influential people that you have been wanting to connect with because they could bring a lot of personal benefit to your life. Right? It's like getting the introduction at the party. And that introduction, because you meet the right person at the right time, changes your life entirely. Whether it's you meet somebody that you end up marrying, you meet somebody you end up going into business with, you meet somebody who's the agent for your book. I don't care what it is. It's something that is of enormous importance to you that has to do with worldly happiness. Wow. So, Scorpio, at this Virgo full moon, this is not a time to be cloistered at home, burning your candles and incense and working with your pendulum. No. This is not the time to be doing that. This is the time to be alert to the messages that are coming in, invitations. If you have an invitation to go somewhere, please go. It might prove very beneficial for you. It's possible also, I'm just going to say this, that the invitation comes at this full moon. Maybe the actual event does not happen for 10 more weeks, maybe in Taurus season, because Taurus is also in the world card. That's another possibility with these energies, but the good news of the invitation happens now. And that invitation, if you accept it, it can really change your life in a very positive and exciting way. So, wow. I also feel that something that perhaps you have been working on for many moons and that you were doubtful you would ever complete, you are completing it. And you're completing it to your great satisfaction that you just want to shout it out to the world with the Three of Cups. And that may be something to do. Maybe there's something you're launching at this Virgo full moon that you have been working very hard on, like a book, a business, a product for your business, whatever it might be. With these energies, if you have something to launch and get out into the public, which is also 11th house, it is time to do it at this Virgo full moon, Scorpio. Sagittarius, we have a Virgo full moon in your 10th house of a career, your 10th house of a public reputation, and also your 10th house of your public committed relationship, such as a marriage. Okay. It's also, the 10th house is also your kind of calling in this life, your spiritual calling, like what you really feel like your soul purpose is. This is another way to look at the 10th house. All right, so let's see what we got for you. We have Saturn in your 4th house of home. So there may be things going on, and Mercury also in that 4th house, between family situations and career obligations. Okay, and the pull between those two things. All right, so let's see what we have. Because anytime we have an opposition, which is what we have, an opposition between Saturn and the moon, it is like a tug of war energy. It's an energy that has to be balanced. It can't be either or. That's how we get into trouble. Okay, but it's highlighting the polarity when we have an opposition. Okay, but we know that extremes are not good. Right? So if you ignore one energy over here, it's going to act up. Right? You got to, in favor of this energy, you got to have the balance between the two. So this may not be a time to just be totally at work all the time. There may also be some very important family things to be taken care of, but also you got to balance the needs of your public and career and whatever you have going on. Okay? So let's see what we got. Sagittarius. All right, let's see what we have. We have an 8 of Pentacles. There's the Virgo. And we have the 3 of Cups. I shuffled. Scorpio just got that. The 2 of Wands. The 7 of Swords. And the King of Swords. Okay, interesting. I think there's an energy around you. I'm going to read the King of Swords as just an energy around you who is not communicating their true feelings. I think that you are getting some good news about your career. There is something very nice that is going on here for you with this 8 of Coins, 3 of Cups. Like you are focused on your work. You're being very successful with the 8 of Coins. You're getting a lot of accolades and positive feedback, 3 of Cups. In your heart, though, you're kind of wondering about that polarity that I was speaking of with the 2 of Wands. You're at that crossroad because you know there's somebody who, I'm not going to say you're neglecting them, but you're sensing that perhaps with the Seven of Swords, King of Swords, they are not communicating the truth of how they are feeling about what is going on with you. They may want to see you more. Okay, so that's one way to look at this energy. If we're talking about a family member, so to speak, this could be, brother, sister, child, mother, father, partner, whomever. Okay, now there's another way to read this energy. You're having this success, but then you're like, okay, what do I do next? And you may be not acknowledging to yourself that there does need to perhaps be a decision, okay, that's Saturn in your 4th house, of bringing the balance, because it's interesting, we have a 2 here, which can be about 2 things, right? And having the balance between the 2, that there needs to be the balance between both things, your public work and what you need foundationally, like rest, like spending time with people you care about, downtime. I mean, I know you're a Sagittarius and you can go, but you may be kidding yourself to think that this is something that is sustainable in the long term. I think you know this, though, because of this in your heart. You may be making a very interesting choice in Aries season. Again, I'm not saying you're going to be pulling back, but I think you're going to balance it better. We have a huge new moon solar eclipse, April 8th in Aries, your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, and pleasure also. So I think you're going to be focused on balancing a little bit more between pleasure, downtime, hobbies, that's 5th house. And yeah, I got all these opportunities. I'm kind of riding it high right now with my career. But I know that's not gonna, that's not gonna last forever. And I don't want to neglect the people also in my life. So I think you'll find that balance. That may not happen though till April. But in the meantime, I would say take this energy on board, the 7 of Swords, King of Swords. Don't be kidding yourself, okay, about your ability to push. Honor the needs of your body, your need for rest, yes, even a Sag, and relaxation. And maybe right now you are needing to push. There's something maybe you're accomplishing at this Virgo full moon, that you're wrapping up some big entrepreneurial activity, a big project at work, etc. Maybe you're landing that job finally, and you're wondering how it's going to, balance between the job, the new job, and the duties and your responsibilities to other people. And having that conversation, speaking truthfully and, in a calm way about with people close to you about what to expect if you're starting a new job, as an example. Okay? Because, you get carried away with your natural enthusiasm, which is one of the things I love about Sag. And I think, yes, there may be other people who are happy for you, but they're also wondering, well, what about me? Don't abandon me, Sag. I still need your attention. Capricorn, big Virgo full moon in your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life, where you see yourself heading in this beautiful world. Travel, academia, publishing, international business, the internet businesses. Wow. All right, let's see what we have for you, Capricorns. What do you need to know about the Virgo full moon for the Capricorns? We have the King of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Wow, what's going on here? Knight of Wands, Magician, and the 7 of Cups. I'm getting an earworm. I'm getting that song by the Fine Young Cannibals, Baby, 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 Don't Look Back. It won't do no good. I'm getting that in my ear. So I think you're moving on to something very lovely. But as I said to one of the other signs, I believe it was Virgo, I mean, there is a little poignancy here with the 8 of Cups. but you're deciding on a bigger dream for yourself. This is what I feel. Okay, with this Magician, Seven of Cups, like you're taking action in your heart, Knight of Wands, to move quickly on a whole new dream, a whole new agenda with this Magician and Seven of Cups. And it is very much powered by you and your energy. Okay, but with this King of Swords here and this Eight of Cups, it is about wrapping your mind around the fact that it is time to do this. It is time to move on to this next iteration of this goal, of this dream, of this next phase of your life. Okay, so you could be, you know, leaving behind some sort of contract, some sort of legal matters finally wrapping up or just wrapped up. You know, some sort of contractual obligation, etc. With this King of Swords, it could represent any of those types of things. And it's the Eight of Cups. You're like, I'm done. You know, yes, it is time for the next adventure. And my heart is ready to go. Knight of Wands. Like, you're ready for the fast track, the fast action, and let's make it happen. So Magician is here. For me, the Magician is a year-long energy. So I feel like what gets started at this Virgo full moon, whatever direction you see the path ahead to be, I think you will, you're going to be able to get started on it very fast, and it will endure for a year. And it is the fulfillment of a very sincere wish with this Seven of Cups. It also could be that you're going to be going into partnership with new people. Seven of Cups is the Cancer energy. That is your seventh house. So what, you know, I'm feeling probably more in a business context because of the energies we have here. So it could have been that you severed one type of business connection, one type of contractual obligation so that you could begin something else. So I love this. I love this very much here for you. Especially this Knight of Wands. Like, you're feeling more invigorated, more optimistic than maybe you have in a while. And there is something new that you are creating that is bringing your skills and talents to the table in a brand new way. And with Saturn in your third house of communications, Pisces, and also Mercury there now, and Magician being a communications energy, this may be you making a commitment to some sort of new writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, that's all third house, project that it's the right time for it. It's the next goal. It's the right time. The timing is everything. Okay, with this Magician, Seven of Cups. If you've already been writing and you have a manuscript that is like at an agent or something like that, at a publisher, it could be too that there can be some good news coming about that manuscript. Yes, maybe you still need to do some tweaks to it, some editing. You know, but it's heading in the right direction. So there could be something like that also with that ninth house publishing energy that is lit up here. But this energy is going to, whatever is illuminated at this Virgo full moon, this energy is going to affect you for the next year. And you're building something new in your life. Leave the old behind. Aquarius, you have this full moon happening in your 8th house of other people's money deals, money negotiations, mortgages, financing, debt payoff, taxes, inheritances, all of those types of things. And of course, you have Saturn in your 2nd house of money currently, and Mercury. So there is likely to be some sort of money news, money message for you at this full moon. Let's see what we need to know about it. With Jupiter in your 4th house, trining the full moon, this could be good news. Let's see what the tarot has to say. All right. Cat here. Sorry about that. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have. We have Page of Swords. Yes, there is news coming. And wow, the Fool. Okay. 9 of Pentacles, the Virgo in your heart. The Star. There's your energy. And then the Judgment. Wow. Okay. I think that there is some sort of good money news on the way for you at this Virgo full moon. It could be that there is a judgment in your favor with the judgment card that is showing up here. So if you have been in some sort of situation where you've been negotiating a debt payoff or negotiating a deal of some kind, something like that, the decision, because you're showing up as the star, major arcana here, and which is such a fabulous energy of healing, of new directions in your life, of positivity. I feel like whatever this judgment is, it's in your favor. This looks very promising, very much looks like good news. The 9 of Coins is in your heart, which to me is the personal paradise energy. It is about financial prosperity, especially related to real estate things. So because Jupiter is in your 4th house, oh God, this cat here. This could be connected to something home related, family related. Apply the energies to your life. I mean, this could be the good news that your partner even got a raise at work, or you're paying off something for the home that you were financing. You finally get the approval with the Fool here to perhaps move into the new apartment that you applied for with the Page of Swords and the Fool. And you're so happy that the decision was in your favor, that you got approved with the 9 of Pentacles in your heart. It can be something like that. So this looks like really, really good news. It could be a bigger income tax refund than you were expecting. It's possible. Although I have read and heard various things that it seems they're taking even more of our money this year, but, everybody's situation is different. I mean, that's possible here for you. Or as I said, some other money situation is working out for you in regards to some sort of finances heading your way. The Fool, it's possible there's a little bit of a surprise to this, in terms of maybe the amount or where it comes from. It's possible with the Uranian influence of the Fool card. It's also possible here, too, that what you decide to do with that money, if there's something going on where you get a refund or an unexpected bonus or something like that, that you decide to use that money toward a travel. That's also possible with the Fool card here. I'm not saying you're traveling at the Virgo full moon, but you may book the trip or make the decision that you're going to use that money to go on the trip. That is also possible. So news is coming on in. It's coming on in here for you. Ariel looks like she just saw some news pop on in. What do you think, Ariel? Did you see her eyeballs? They were like, so I do. I think, Ariel's a very good barometer, a very good psychic barometer of the energy. So I think there may be a little wide-eyed surprise to what pops in for you with this, but there's nothing negative here. And with the clock in this deck too, with this card, this could be something that you were waiting on. You may know what this is, and it's just taken its sweet old time in finally getting resolved. But it seems like it is getting resolved to your favor at this Virgo full moon, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, let's see what you need to know about the Virgo full moon, which is happening in your 7th house of other people. Relationships, both business and personal. And of course, with Saturn transiting through your sign, you are definitely in no mood to fool around or play. You're like, I'm serious, like either you are adding to my life or talk to the hand, have a nice day. So let's see what is going on for you. Your emotional commitments are in the spotlight, absolutely, at this full moon. Let's see, what do we have here? I shuffled, we got the Judgment. Aquarius just got this. And we have the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. Feeling a little feisty here, Pisces. And the 3 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Cups. Wow. And the 8 of Wands. All right, this is what I feel. Whether we're talking about a business or personal situation, you want to be number one. You want somebody to take you seriously, be yours, and not be like still hanging out with you, but looking at 50 bazillion different options. That is what I feel. We have the Aries showing up here, which is your second house of self-worth. You have the North Node, and actually the North Node and Chiron are conjunct in Aries at this Virgo full moon. So you are very dialed into the power of self-esteem and wanting to, like that feisty energy, to assert yourself, to get what's rightfully yours, to be treated the way you should be treated, etc. Okay? So you're not, like I said, you're not playing. You're not fooling around with this. You made a promise to yourself, I think within the last 2 months with this judgment, it could be the last 2 weeks also, that you are not going to settle for second best. And with this queen, like I said, with this Queen of Wands, like the feisty energy of, I'm going to get what I deserve. That's the plan in your heart, the Three of Pentacles. Right? You want sincere connections and relationships. But what's interesting is the Three of Coins. On the one hand, yes, it is the plan you have. Like that is your plan. That's what you want. But because we have the 3 and because we have an 8 over here, it is suggesting to me that there could be situations that you are dealing with and you are seeing maybe very clearly at this full moon of who's making you a priority and who is not, who is seeing you as an option, and you are feeling it in your heart. Listen to your intuition of somebody who's just got all these other possibilities. They're too busy. They don't make time for you, but you make time for them. All right. So there is something here about making these decisions, keeping the promises to yourself that you are not going to be a third wheel, 3 of Coins, or be taken advantage of, but you are only interested in the 2 of Cups scenarios, the sincere connections, where the energy is pure between 2 individuals. And not somebody always looking like they say that it's pure, but they're always looking still at their Tinder or whatever they're doing, or they're still looking around when you're trying to have a conversation with them. No. Okay? So I that's what I am feeling from this Virgo full moon. And I do think that there is somebody sincere in your life that values you. This Queen of Wands. They love your feistiness, your newfound feistiness, perhaps, with this North Node in your second house currently transiting. But there's also possibly a few shenanigan relationships in your life that are just a using situation. And it's about them having options. It could also be you having options too. It could be that maybe you're not that committed to them either. But I would say, then what's the point, honestly? Now, do you want to just have relationships in your life that are mutually convenient? Okay, I guess some people do. I don't think a Pisces does, though. I think a Pisces wants sincere commitments. But I think you're going to see that. Remember, the full moons are about revelations, right? I think you're going to really see who's on your team and who's not on your team. Keep the plan going. Keep the promise to yourself. Okay? And let go. Let these people just roll on out. 8 of Wands. Just roll it on out. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to beg you to like hang out with me or anything like that. No. Because I do have somebody who, again, maybe a couple people who, I got hangout buddies. So I think this is very important. Really look at the quality of your relationships. With this Judgment card, it's about discernment. Right? It is about the discernment of the relationships in your life. And are they making you feel empowered, Queen of Wands? Or are they just ones that, like I said, are mutually convenient, but lack any type of substance or soul? So thank you so much for joining me and the recovering Ariel for our full moon in Virgo energy reading, tarot, astrology. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you plan on using the energies of the full moon. What's going on in your world? I would love to hear. I will be starting to film the March monthlies very soon. I have a special surprise of a new deck that I will be using for those readings. I'm excited to share it with you. So those will be coming very soon. And of course, our money, career, and business reading for Venus's transit through Pisces, also that will be coming. I have some other content also planned for March. So February, I don't know. February, yes, it's a shorter month, not by that many days because we have a leap year this year, but I do not know what happened to February. I cannot believe I'm filming this February 18th. I mean, the month is over, really. And everything was just a whirlwind. Every time I sat down to try to do certain things, something else pulled me over here. It was crazy. I don't know if that happened to you too. Let me know in the comments. But, best laid plans and all of that, right? As I was saying in the reading to one of the signs, it was just the energy this month was so interesting. So, we get done what we can get done. And really taking care of her was a huge priority for me, because her teeth were really in a state and needed to be done. So I'm so glad we are on the other side of that scenario. I just have to take her back for a follow-up appointment. But, I was a nervous wreck cat mama when all that was going on. So glad we're on the other side of it. So I love you guys. Thank you for all of your support. I also want to give a special shout out to all the channel members, and my divination deck divas. We have so much fun in there with the monthly different oracle decks we look at and card pulls and stuff like that. So I just really want to thank them for their support also, and my stellar supporters. Really appreciate you guys. So if you're not a channel member, consider joining. It's really fun. But the link to that is in the description. You can learn more about it. All right. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde and Ariel signing out.